Have you ever heard of the Aeolian Islands in Sicily? Sometimes called the Lipari Islands or the Lipari Group after their largest island and city, the Aeolian Islands are a volcanic archipelago in the Tyrrhenian Sea just north of Sicily. They were named after a demigod named Aeolus, who, according to legend, has the power to control the wind. Since the islands were formed by volcanic activity that is ongoing, they were declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2000s. The island's inhabitants are known as Aeolians, and the current population is about 15,000 permanent residents. They're a popular tourist destination in the summertime, and they typically attract up to 600,000 visitors a year. And after watching this video, you might want to plan a trip out to visit them as well. Most travel guides send adventurers off to restaurants and attractions deemed to be essentially just tourist traps, but we're going to give you the inside scoop on what's really worth seeing in the Aeolian Islands. How to get there. The most ideal way to get to the Aeolian Islands is to fly into Catania, then take a 2-hour shuttle to Milazzo. From there, you'll need to take a ferry to the island of your choice. There are 7 significant islands that make up the group: Lipari, Volcano, Selena, Stromboli, Alicutti, Alicutti, and Panoria. There's also a set of minor islands and rocks nestled between Panoria and Basiluzzo. If you visit Stromboli, you should check out the volcano and admire its flowing lava. You can explore Selena via scooter or take boat excursions out to the other islands as well. Where to stay and how to navigate the Aeolian Islands. Even though Lipari is the largest and most densely populated of the islands, it's recommended visitors stay in Selena for the majority of their trip, as that island arguably has the most to see and do. But with that being said, you should spend a few nights in Stromboli too. Hotel Rovesi on Selena is one of the highest rated hotels in the region, and we had nothing but positive things to say about our stay there. Most guides recommend spending at least 1 week in the Aeolian Islands. If you only spend a few days there, you'll really be missing out on so much to see and do. So plan accordingly. It helps to know the geography of the islands while planning, so make sure you do your research and learn the lay of the land before booking your flight. For example, Panoria and Stromboli are often paired together because they're close to each other, while simultaneously being pretty far away from the other islands. Conveniently, Panoria is just a 30-minute ferry ride to Stromboli. If you're planning to visit Alicutti and Alicutti from Stromboli, you should know that no one operates these routes because they're simply too far apart. Selena and Lipari are centrally located to the archipelago, and you can set out on a day trip to pretty much anywhere from there. Volcano offers day trip outings to all the other islands too. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to ViewCation for more, and keep watching to get an overview of each one of the Aeolian Islands. Selena. Selena is a lush and green island. It's located near the center of the archipelago and features several gorgeous upscale towns, such as our favorite, Malfa, to visit. Selena makes for a great base on the Aeolian Islands to plan all your other island adventures, and many people consider it to be their favorite of the 7. It has world-class boutique hotels to choose from, including the Hotel Rovesi, in addition to offering a variety of restaurants too. The island is well developed, but not so much that you miss out on its natural beauty. While you're there, be sure to check out the Malvasia wine vineyards, and if you need to get around town, the island is easily explorable by motorbike or scooter. Perhaps the only drawback to Selena is that it has very few public beaches. Thanks to the island's freshwater reserves, Selena is much greener than the other islands. Stromboli. The active volcano is the main attraction of Stromboli. While most travelers just spend a day on the island, you'd be better off spending a few days there to really experience what it has to offer. You can explore it on foot, see it by boat, or enjoy its views while enjoying a meal at Osservatorio restaurant. Stromboli is a car-free island, and most of the main settlement there is walkable. If you need to get somewhere that's not accessible on foot, you can rent a golf cart or a small ape truck for the day. Besides the volcano, Stromboli is a relaxed, low-key island. The beaches there are the best in the Aeolian Islands, and they shimmer like black diamonds. Check out our favorite beach there, Spaggia Lunga, if you want to soak up some sun. Panoria. Panoria has a reputation for being a popular vacation destination for the rich and famous. Everything there is a bit tidier and more manicured, but don't expect that to mean it has more culture. Sure, it has high-end shopping and beautiful views, but if anything, it almost feels as if it has less soul than its island siblings. Expect to spend a bit more cash when you visit this island, as everything there is fairly expensive. And unfortunately, even during peak season, it doesn't feel very lively. In our opinion, it's best suited for a day trip. You can book a boat excursion there or just take the ferry from Stromboli. Lipari. Lipari is the biggest island in terms of population. It's home to a full-fledged city that's incidentally also called Lipari. Because of this, it has a very different feeling from the other islands. It has an urban vibe and is a bit grittier than other locations in the islands. Lipari offers the most extensive selection of day tours, and because of its size, it has plenty of decent restaurants to choose from. It's also really great for families on vacation, as it has a broad assortment of accommodations at a wide range of price points to choose from. The downside is it feels a bit too touristy and overdeveloped for our tastes. It's loud and flashy and doesn't quite have the same highbrow feeling as some of the other islands. And if you visit there, expect to see lots of children. Lipari, the town, however, has a very nice walking street packed full of restaurants and shops. And cat lovers will love visiting a sanctuary called Alicutti di Lipari, which was definitely a highlight. You might think you need to stay in Lipari since it's the largest and best connected island, but Selena is just as convenient and 1,000 times nicer. Volcano. Volcano features yet another active volcano, but instead of the lava flows you can find on Stromboli, this one spews out smoke and sulfurous gases that engulf the entire island. Despite its pungent smell, Volcano does, however, offer the best views. It's also the most affordable to stay on and the closest one to mainland Sicily. Unfortunately, its lowbrow, overdeveloped atmosphere, coupled with the persistently awful sulfur smell, might make you think twice about staying there very long. Alicutti. This is one of the least developed of the Aeolian Islands. It's remote and far away from everything else. Almost everything on the island is built into a small settlement near the port. Alicutti makes for a perfect day trip for travelers looking to take a break from the crowds and enjoy a little peace and quiet. But being as remote as it is with so very few connections, you probably won't want to stay there longer than a day. Alicutti. Alicutti is the second most remote island. While you're still very much off the beaten path when you're there, as opposed to Alicutti, there are far more services and places to explore. Cars are allowed on this island as well, which is a plus. There are so many things to do in the Aeolian Islands. It's a destination you can go to visit just to lounge on a beach, or if you're feeling adventurous, you can go climb Mount Stromboli to witness a real-life active volcano doing its thing. Or you can book a boat excursion to visit some of the other islands. Now it's time to hear from you. Let us know in the comment section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to ViewCation for more. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.